Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for joining us on YouTube once again. Hey, that's 2 weeks in a row. I'm Christian Laroche, and so glad you could join us here for another Wine Wednesday. As the name implies, Wine Wednesday. This is something we started way back. May of 2020 was our way, Waldorf Wine Group, of pivoting online to bring wine content during the pandemic, and we've just kept it going all throughout. And yeah, it's stuck. It's basically everything but the kitchen sink. And we look at wines that we bring into the market. We talk about wines that we're thinking of bringing to the market. We talk about promotions we might be having. We announce any events or anything that may be going on. Um, we started this out on Instagram way back when, and basically what ended up happening, they changed their policy. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers before you can do live videos again. So we've tried to pivot onto Substack to do that, but we're having a few bit of teething issues right now. We're getting it sorted, so we'll see if we're back there. We've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. We haven't been having so much luck as we'd like, so we're using YouTube. It's a bit of a different format. So we are going to try a couple of different things today. I'm really excited because um, we are trying a wine that has just come back in stock. We're kind of sort of in between here. What we do here basically is we talk about a wine, we talk about the people behind the wine, what makes it tick, and maybe why you should try it, and all things in between. This is not a sales pitch. This is basically my way of being able to talk about some of the people that we're really excited about. We have some really cool suppliers. Here's the deal. Uh, we are Waldorf Wine Group. We're a small family-owned wine importing agency founded back in 1993 by Andy Waldorf. And we import European wines into British Columbia and Alberta. We're a small family-owned company, and we have a really cool, eclectic portfolio that runs the gamut. We do everything from co-op cellars to small family estates to classified growth Bordeaux, high-end Burgundy, old school Rioja, high-end German Rieslings, and a little bit of everything. So yeah, we've got some really cool wines. And like I said, a very eclectic portfolio. And we'd love to have you join us here on a regular basis. As the name implies, Wine Wednesday. We do this every Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, and we'd love to have you join us here. Look for us on Instagram. That's a great way to follow us. We may be continuing on Substack. That's to be determined if they can get it up and running. If not, we're going to be here on YouTube. So check us out, follow us, subscribe wherever you want. And like I said, we'd love to have you join us here. So we are trying a new wine that has just come back in stock. And it's one of our absolute favorite suppliers, a small family-owned winery with a long history. And one of the absolute benchmark producers in a very famous traditional region. Super excited. We started bringing these wines in a number of years ago, and this is really cool because they're not trying to make a statement. They're not trying to be cool. They're just doing wines how they like to make them. They stick to their guns. They're a very traditional family-owned estate, and we are just super proud to be able to bring the wines into British Columbia and Alberta. We've been doing so for a number of years now, but this is an example of a full-on agricultural estate. Pardon me, and very interesting historical, interactions and family background here. So let me pull it up here. I'm going to show what we're trying. I'm just going to reach down beside me here. We're back in Italy. We're back in Tuscany. We're in the heart of the zone. We are with our good friends at Badia at Coltibuono, the Abbey of the Good Harvest. This is the Stucchi Prinetti family who owns the estate. Now, this is an old estate in Gaiole in Chianti. It's the Abbey of the Good Harvest, as you might be led to believe. Of course, this was an old monastic estate. Traces its origins going back to at least they can find 1051. The Stucchi Prinetti family have owned the estate since 1846, and it's still in family hands. Emanuela Stucchi Prinetti and her brother Roberto Stucchi Prinetti, the winemaker. This is a full-on agricultural estate. They don't only do wine, they do uh, uh, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, grappa. They have a cooking school. Emanuela's mother is one of Italy's, if not most, published cookbook author, with a relation to the De Medici family. Yeah, that family. They have a cooking school. They have an agriturismo. It's an incredible estate. It's a big estate, and they're currently farming about 73 hectares of vineyards, 18 hectares of olive groves. We brought in their olive oil from time to time. You can still maybe find some of it at Les Amis de Fromage. Our good friend Joe Chaput and company there brought it in. But yeah, this is. We'll show you if we can, if it works this week, on the Google Earth map where they're located. The Abbey's a little further north in Gaiole and Chianti, and the vineyards are mostly, and the winery itself. They built a fairly new winery not too long ago down a little further south in Monti in Chianti, and we'll bring that up. This is a full-on organically certified estate. They have been certified organic since 2003 by the AIAB. They've had the certification. So all the estate wines certified organic. We're currently bringing this in. Now, I'm showing you the 2021 vintage. That's all I have in stock right now. Actually, the 2022 has just arrived. So it is a bit of a different animal. And we'll get into that a wee bit later. We also brought in a little bit of their IGT Sangiavetto wine that's going to be available at BCLDB. The Estate Chianti Classico Organic, this is available as a restricted speculative product. It comes in 6 packs. And if you're interested in anything, please do shoot me an email or DM me. You can reach me at Christian@waldorfwine.com. That's Christian, KHRISTIAN @waldorfwine.com. I'll hook you up with pricing and availability. As I mentioned, this wine is here now. It's just arrived, still clearing customs, so it's not yet available. We also brought in a wee bit of their Vinsanto as well, which will also be available at BCLDB in the very, very near future. As mentioned, old school estate, an old school monastery. What's interesting about this estate too is Emanuela Stucchi Prinetti. We've had her out here a number of times, and so also Roberto Stucchi Prinetti. They come out here for the Tre Bicchieri tastings. We've had them here before. Emanuela is a Top Drop alum. She was out here for the 2nd edition of Top Drop, presenting her wines. Did some fabulous seminars at Boulevard Restaurant. We did and also, sorry, pardon me, at Chambar, rather. We did a minerality seminar with Emanuela, talking about all things calcium carbonate in their soils there in Gaiole and Chianti. Really fascinating seminar. Emanuela was also the head of the Chianti Consorzio for a number of years, but they're an interesting family estate. They make some of the most absolutely elegant, transparent Chianti Classicos. They're never very heavy, ponderous, dark, extracted wines. They very much, respect their traditions. The other thing too, Emanuela explained to me, Badia Coltibuono does not make any Gran Selezione wines. They made a conscious decision to eschew that and not offer it because what they're trying to do is they're trying to protect the integrity of their Annata and Reserva wines to make sure that all their best fruit goes into the heart of the equation. So I love these wines, and I honestly think that Chianti Classico Annata wines offer some of the absolute best value going for fine wine, and that's a big statement. But the wines are not, how should I put it? They're not inexpensive. These are not big brands that they're making, millions of cases of. It's still, like I said, a small family-owned winery, all hands-on, organic, but very transparent and true to their roots, using only Chianti grapes. You won't find international varietals blended in here. This is a very traditional blend based on, of course, Sangiovese, and with a little bit of Canaiolo that brings some fruit and spice to the mix, some Colorino that brings obviously a little bit of color and some plumminess to the mix, and a bit of Ciligiolo that brings a little bit of cherry and herb to the mix. So very traditional wines. We're trying. This is actually the bottle that I've got. We're still showing the. This is the 2021 uh, fabulous vintage, absolutely fabulous vintage. We're just switching over to the 2022, which was also a good vintage, but a little bit more challenging in terms of the harvest itself. It was a heat wave year, a drought year that got a little bit of saving grace with rain in August. But there were also some hailstorms in August as well too. So that rain really helped to refresh and revive um, the fruit on the vines and extend the harvest a wee bit. So you had to be very, very careful in the vineyards and how you managed the fruit and the canopy as well. I think if this vintage had happened 20, 25 years ago, there could have been a lot of difficulties. But I think a lot of the wineries have learned and have adapted to the changing climate. The other thing too that Badia Coltibuono is lucky is they have some decent elevation. Like a lot of most of the vineyards are between 260 and 370 meters above sea level. So you get the diurnal shift, hot days, cool nights. They manage to maintain good natural acidity in the wines um, as well. And also the soils there, it's a mixture of the galestro marl and the clay and limestone. And again, that calcium carbonate helps to maintain good natural acidity in the wine. That's so important. Like I said, it's the central nervous system, and those vines go down deep looking for water. So they don't have, and luckily too, the vines here have got good age to them, so they won't shut down like young vines can. As mentioned, this is fermentation is all with indigenous yeasts. It's cap managed with punch down. Maceration is on the skin for 3 weeks, and it's aged 12 months in a mixture of French and Austrian oak casks of various sizes. So the oak is there mostly to support the purity of the fruit. It's not there to really stamp and make a statement on the flavor profile of the wine. It's there mostly as sort of a bit of a neutral buttress, if anything. These wines, they're very elegant, fairly pale in color, but they're quite long lived. And these are great wines because they do double duty with or without food. So I've been talking a lot here. I'm going to see if I can share my screen with you, and we're going to see if we can pull up our maps here. Let's quick sec here. Let me just get this going here. Okay, let's see if I can share this. Okay. Don't know if this is working right now, but let's have a look here. Oh, I think we got it. Okay. So let's see if we can pull this in. So we are here. We are, of course, in just south of Florence, central Tuscany. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here. So the winery itself is in Gaiole in Chianti. There, you can see it there. Okay. And here's a shot. Oopsie. Okay, let's see if I can get that. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. Okay, see if I can do that. And I will start to share this one now. Okay, sorry about this. I'm going to be herky-jerky a wee bit here. Okay, let's share this screen. Okay, there we go. So that gives you an idea of what the Abbey looks like. As mentioned, they trace their roots going back. It's a beautiful spot. It's such a beautiful spot. Beautiful gardens. As I said, it's an agriturismo. You can rent it out, have your wedding there. They've got a swimming pool. They've got a cooking school. They've got a restaurant. Yeah, you should definitely check it out if you're ever in Tuscany. This is textbook Tuscan estate. I'm going to just pull this back. I'm going to stop sharing here. Bear with me a moment, please. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here. See if I can do this. I'm going to share my screen with you once more. Let's get the window back onto the Google Earth app. Okay. Let's see if we've got it here. Okay. So let's head a little bit south. We're in Gaiole and Chianti. And we're going to come down here to Monte, just a wee bit south down the road. And here, just a wee bit south of Monte, is the winery itself. It's quite a modern winery. Let me just pull it up here. And the vineyards facing a little bit southeast, due south, and a little bit southwest. A bit of theater here. As mentioned, this is all, they're farming 73 hectares of vineyards and 18 hectares of olive groves. And this is all certified organic, AIAB, organic certified since 2003. Let's just do this. I'm just going to stop sharing. And I'm going to pull up the other window here. Bear with me. Okay, let's share this. This, let's see, this gives you a shot of the winery here. Quite modern winery, and gives you a shot of some of the casks. Yeah, there you go. And this gives you a shot of some of the vineyards as well. Oopsie. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful spot. Beautiful spot. Okay, I am going to stop sharing. What else can I tell you? You know what? I think that is about it. I'm going to make one mention of one thing that I think is kind of interesting that Badia Coltibuono has done. They have switched over a number of years ago. As I mentioned, they're all certified organic. They've also made the switch to this. I don't know if you can see this. This is a diam cork. So what this is a conglomerate cork. It's a technical conglomerate cork. So what happens is we used to have problems with dodgy corks that would lead to a lot of spoiled wine. Either they weren't cleaned properly. What this does is with in the Portuguese cork forests, you're harvesting the bark off of the cork trees after they're about 11, 12 years old. So the bark gets thick enough. So they'll strip the base of the trees. And what it used to be was you'd get this sheet of cork and they'd be punching these plugs out to make the cork. And you'd be left with this brick filled with holes and all this wasted material. What this does, the diam cork, is they take the entire piece of the cork and then it's ground down into the cork particles. And then those cork particles are bathed in hypercritical carbon dioxide. So what that is, it's carbon dioxide in between a liquid and a gas state. And what it was is it was um, it was a material used actually as part of the process for decaffeinating coffee. But they found that they could use this to cleanse the cork particles. And so what they do is the cork particles are cleansed in the supercritical carbon dioxide, and once they're finished, they are put together back in the shape of the cork, and put together with natural binding ingredients like beeswax and a few other natural binding agents. The other thing too is this supercritical carbon dioxide. Once it's used, it can be used again multiple times. So it's good in that regard. It doesn't go to waste. It's not just a one-shot deal. So it's nice to see because it really, really reduces the incidence of cork taint in our wines. And a lot of our producers have gone to it. We've been finding Badia, Coltibuono, a lot of our Spanish producers, Chateau Coupe Rose, our biodynamic natural wine producer in the Languedoc, has gone to it. So, yeah, we're seeing more of it. Chianetti, our organic Dogliani producer, is all under Diane cork. So they're really, really good. Look for them. Serious stuff. You know what? I think this is a great time to give the wine a try. I love Chianti Classico because, again, especially these Annata wines, super, super fresh. They've got that beautiful backbone of acidity. These wines are very, very transparent. Like I said, they're not heavy on the oak. They certainly speak of the place. Um, and they're wines again too that you can seek out. They will last you a number of years again because of that backbone of high natural acidity. And again, I always say these are some of the absolute best values in fine wine these days. There's something that you can enjoy now, or if you want to stock your cellar with them, they will last you a number of years and age beautifully. We're lucky. We're trying the 2021 tonight. Fabulous vintage. If you get a chance, seek out 2021 in Chianti Classico. It's a great vintage. Um, I've had this open for a little while. Hey, and look what I'm using. I'm using my Riedel Riesling Chianti glass. I'm using the absolute perfect glass for this wine. So this is about a 14-ounce bowl. This is machine made. This is not a hand blown glass like the Sommelier series, but I like the size of it. It allows the bouquet to develop, but it's not so big that it becomes a caricature of a wine glass, like a fishbowl on a stick. It looks like some of them. But had this wine open for a little bit, let it breathe out. It's youthful, but it's really expressive. Look at that color. Not super, super deep. A deep-ish ruby. Like I said, freshness is the hallmark of the 2021 vintage. There's a real beautiful, pure Sangiovese fruit. Let's give the wine a swirl and a sniff. Ooh, wow. Really getting that cherry pit note on this. Dark cherries. A little bit of a balsamic note, kind of herby spice in there as well, too. My mouth is watering already. Holy cow, this is a very juicy, juicy wine. Let's give it a taste and see what we have. Mm. 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 So pretty, so juicy. That really saturates. Again, it's got that really dark red cherry balsamic note, herby spice, a little touch of like tobacco going on in there too, but so fresh, medium bodied, medium tannins. I think probably a little bit more fruit tannin. I'm not getting a lot of oak on this wine. It's there very much in the background. A little bit on the savory side too, but I'm going to have another sip if I may. Mm. 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 Wow, snap of acidity. Very silky. I really like that. Even though this is a young wine still fans out a fair bit across the mid palate. Lots of replays on there too. I'm getting again, I've mentioned this before, I definitely get a little bit of like the cherry stone, a little touch of bitterness in the middle, and I really enjoy that. To me, that it really helps make this wine versatile as a food wine. I mean, obviously, tomato sauce is a natural partner, but on its own, with a hard cheese, charcuterie, pizza, merguez sausage, brochette, grilled vegetables. We do, uh, uh, you know, uh, fennel sausage, uh, and all sorts of grilled vegetables, grilled peppers, grilled mushrooms, that sort of thing, or just on its own. This is a great. I do this with like meaty mushrooms, maybe like a mushroom risotto as well too. I think it would be great with something like that too. We're in a funny time of year too. I mean, we still have heat. We're out on the patio. We're still grilling and things like that too. But very soon, we'll probably be shifting gears and moving back indoors and turning our ovens back on. So, something like this, if I had my oven on, this would be great if you did like a Velo Sabuco, cooked low and slow with the marrow. Oof, great combo. We are with a very traditional Chianti family, the Stucchi Prinetti family at Badia a Coltibuono, the Abbey of the Good Harvest. This just arrived. This is the previous vintage. This is all I had. Our samples hadn't come in yet. We're actually on the 2022 vintage is what has arrived in the market now. 6 packs. We also received a little bit of their Sangiavetto, 100% Sangiovese Grosso. That's a bit of a different take. That's an IGT done in a richer, more powerful, opulent style. Goes a little bit against the grain for Badia Coltibuono, but it's a fabulous wine nonetheless. We also brought in a little bit of their Vinsanto, which will be going out to, to BCLDB stores shortly. As mentioned, this is all certified organic. The estate's been certified organic since 2003. Full on agricultural estate. Like I said, wine, balsamic vinegar, grappa, olive oil, cooking school, agriturismo, restaurant, the whole bit related to the De Medici family. Super historic estate, and we're just so honored to be able to bring in these supremely elegant Tuscan wines. So if you've never had a chance to try them, I definitely recommend give it a try. These are 6 packs. It's a great way to check it out. We do other wines from them too. They have another line too called Cultus Boni, which is a line of wines done contract fruit, younger vines from the estate as well. That's another option that we have available from time to time too. So if you're ever interested, do drop us a line. Not sure what we've got going on right now for next week. Lots of things in the pipeline, lots of wines arriving. We're finishing our limited time offers coming up this weekend. Our Sellback fish label Riesling, available in 90 BCLDB stores around the province. That's $1 off. Our Baragouin used to be called Naturamania, a natural biodynamic Minervois, is also on special till the 30th at BCLDB stores. So check that if you want to try a natural wine from the south of France at a great price. We also have our Chianetti, our 5th generation organic Piemontese producer, San Luigi Dogliani Dolcetto. Fabulous wine, holy cow. That is one serious dolcetto. That's on special as well too, until this weekend. So check it out. Lots of wines showing up right now. Our Pinson Chablis is back in stock. Our Village Chablis 2023 vintage. Here is a pro tip about Chablis. The 2024 vintage in Chablis was just about a wipeout in a lot of places. So there's not a lot of wine still available. If you are looking for Chablis, stock up now because there's going to be you're not going to be finding an awful lot of Chablis available. There's a lot of demand for available inventory and back vintages and the like too. So grab it while you can. Blink and you'll miss it. Our new um, certified bee friendly and high value environmental certified Bordeaux is now available at BC liquor stores, 50 liquor stores around the province. Chateau Landerneau from Sadirac on the right bank, 70% Merlot. This is a new wine we brought in, and it's a really cool wine. Vignoble Belay brings it to us. We used to bring in a wine called Chateau Canada. We've been bringing that in for years. Well, the property got sold, so we had to bring in something else. This is the replacement, so check it out. It is a killer Merlot dominant right bank Bordeaux that's drinking beautifully right now, 2020 vintage. We have it available at BCLDB, like I said, around the province, 50 stores. We've also reloaded our Sauterne, Chateau Armagnac des Ormes. Another 56 cases just came in. So the most popular Sauterne in BC. It's about half the price of most BC ice wines, and it's great with stinky cheeses. Think Naramata Tiger Blue and the like, or Faume d'Ambert, or Bleu d'Auvergne, that sort of thing. Or, maybe with a Tarte Tatin, or just sitting and sipping with the one you love. So, yeah, there you be. Hey, look, I'm not here to sell you wine. I'm just telling you what we've got in the market. I'm not sure what we're going to do next week. We'll have to raid the tickle trunk and see what's going on. But if you haven't done so already, follow us here on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. And, if we get Substack up and running, follow us on Substack. Anyway, hey, I'm Christian. I'm really glad you could join us here this week. Thank you so much. And we'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye for now.